Okay, good idea.
They just go with the flow. It's the Hershey and Keegs Show.
Welcome to Hershey and the Keegs Show, starring pitcher Mark Hirschman and his personal catcher, Mike Keegan. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live from the Governor's Comedy Club radio studio. Thanks so much for listening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday night. It's time to party. Lift up your skirts. We're going to hit you where it hurts.
Oh, wow.
I
love when I know that you've been working on things, that you've been spending some time
on the ride over here from dinner.
I love that you drove over from Inatome, or what was it called?
Izumi. And you know what? I don't know if you noticed. I've got a little bit of a buzz going right now.
I could see little slits in the snow in your eyeballs.
A little glisten in the...
Yeah.
We had our buddy Hugh Murray last week. That,
yes. Remember
thank
Hugh?
you very much, Hugh. I've been partying with him ever since we did that show.
Wow. Okay.
But he's getting the help that he needs. And
what?
No, he's fine. He'll be fine.
You mean like
3 days?
No, because we left that night. We went out to Miller's for some eats. Yeah. I left you guys. He was totally fine. And then so you're saying
we called up the Puerto Rican guy. No, if Hugh's fine, he's fine.
Oh, okay.
I was at Izumi having dinner right before the show.
Okay.
And the Japanese.
Yeah.
Japaman.
Yeah.
The Japanese man.
Yeah, I think that's a Marvel character.
I am Japaman.
Japaman. Yeah.
All right, that's terrific. Alrighty. Mm-hmm. So he insisted on keep giving me the sake.
The squirt?
The skaki squirt.
He squirted you?
Skaki squirt.
Yeah.
And dude, like the third time he did it, and he wouldn't stop, and then I feel like a pussy. Like I don't want to tell him, like, stop.
I know.
Because everyone's looking at me.
Right, he's squirting like something in the shape of a duck into your mouth.
Exactly.
And like you got to take it like a man.
I wish it was. It's a little boy's penis.
Yeah.
That the pants come down and it's
that's sucky. Yeah, that's something. That's different. That's a game you play when you were 11.
No, But he just insisted, like, because I became, like, the hit at the table. Because, like, I was the only one that wasn't, like, stop, because I don't want to look like a fucking pussy.
Yo, look, Brandon Fraser. Yeah.
You ate like killer whale.
You won the Academy Award. Take it.
A free.
Wow.
No,
oh, boy.
Oh, God.
Terrible.
6 times he tried to squirt me with this thing, and, like, I can't say no. So now I drank half this friggin' bottle of sake. I got a show to do.
It could zing you, for sure. It could definitely zing you.
Yeah, it zung me.
It zung you, yeah.
So here I am with a buzz on, and
thanks, buddy.
We're here. It's Tuesday night, 9 p.m. It's the Hershey and the Keegs Show, and
but you're functional, right? You're not gonna. I'm not gonna have to carry the show like usual.
Now.
Right? You're
for
good
now.
No, your eyes seem a little bit like little slits in the snow to me, a little bit. But
exactly. I look like one of the guys that was cooking the food.
Hey now. What? The Spanish guys?
No, they had a real authentic Chinaman.
Oh, really? That's
cool.
So they called in a Chinaman to the Japanese restaurant.
Okay, it was probably Puerto Rican.
Okay. Good.
No, it was a Chinese.
It's gonna be a long fucking night.
It was
boy.
a Japanese guy. It was
Japanese. A long fucking night with this guy.
It was a Japanese gentleman.
Japanese gentleman. So it was you. It was Carla. It was Juliana.
Yep, and Isabella came for the trip.
Isabella came in from Brooklyn for a little nosh.
So we had a little family night.
Night. Okay.
I ate my weight in scallops.
So when they come and they say you want hibachi chicken, hibachi steak, shrimp, you said
none
scallops.
Of that shit. Give me scallops that were barely cooked.
So you had raw scallops with the rice and the ginger salad dressing and the miso soup.
No, I do clear soup. I don't do miso soup.
Clear soup. You make your own miso soup later on with your friends in the basement.
I'm brewing some up right now.
Yeah, I bet you are.
But I did the
laugh louder.
But I didn't
Tony.
have much rice because I'm not really doing I'm not really doing carbs right now.
Yeah.
So I didn't do much rice, but I did the zucchini.
Oh, wow.
With the yum sauce. You know the yum? You know the yum sauce,
I know.
right?
You've been making that since you were 11 in your basement.
I make a yum sauce.
The yum sauce is delicious.
I
don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is, but they have sugar-free yum sauce at Stop and Shop.
Oh, yeah. That's pathetic.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a horrible thing.
But I love the yum sauce.
So you had a great dinner.
Yeah.
You came over here. Now, you were not expecting. I had told you in advance that our guest tonight, Christopher Brian Roach, formerly of Green Pixel fame.
Yep, you've known him as the Green Pixel.
He was on a New York Lottery commercial. He was in a show, a little flash in the pan show called Kevin Can Wait with Kevin Jameson.
He played a retard on the General Hospital.
Jesus, right. He played a man with was he autistic on the show?
No, he wasn't. I think he was
mentally retarded.
Mentally, yeah.
So he had to cancel.
Method
it's only the 13th time that he's canceled, so it's not that big of a deal.
We've been doing this show over a year. We've booked him every week.
Every week we've had him booked every single week, and but we love him.
Sorry, still can't make it, buddies.
Yeah. So we thought, me and Mike were talking about it, that we're going to try, because we know that you guys are craving for some Chris Roach. Everyone loves Chris Roach. He really is a small guy.
Everyone's been all jazzed up about it.
About it. So we're going to try to simulate just a few questions where Mike's going to be the interviewer. And I'm going to be the interviewee. So he'll be Mike Keegan, which he is.
Roach, as much as we've written him off now because he's a piece of shit that keeps canceling.
Correct.
He's a good friend. We've known him for a very long time.
He's a dear friend.
So I had a lot of questions in mind that I wanted to ask him.
You did. You're not known to come to the table prepared that well. And you were like, you had a list.
I had a list.
You had a list together.
I had feverishly been writing questions for Chris Roach.
Why don't you? I'll do my best to answer as if I was in the brain of Chris Roach, and you will come at you'll bring the questions.
Which should go well because we know him so well. You know exactly how he would answer my questions.
Okay, all right, sure. Okay. So I'll do the best to try to answer the way he would answer. So go ahead.
So Chris, thank you for coming. We've been trying to get you on the show over a year now. Thanks for finally being here. What does it feel like to finally be on the Herschy and the Keegs show? Yep. That's pretty much what I was expecting. And now you rose to semi-stardom because Kevin James discovered you at McGuire's Comedy Club and put you on Kevin Can Wait on CBS. What was it like playing Mott, his sidekick, on CBS? Mm-hmm. Yep. So now, like Kevin James, I know you've been in shows with him, you tour with him, but you get a lot of downtime with him and drive to shows. What's he like off stage? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, I just want to thank you for coming on, Chris. You've been a good friend of mine, good friend of the show, and it really means a lot. Thank you so much for. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly how the interview would have went. 100%.
Christopher Brian Roach.
Chris Roach, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of a hand.
Give him a round of a hand. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We'll get him on here eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, we won't, because Tuesday night we do Tuesday nights.
Tuesdays are busy. I mean,
that's the big night for the big
somewhere.
shots.
What's an out of tone?
Somebody's knocking.
Oh, here we go again.
Who's not? Is it Roach? Maybe it's Chris.
Jesus Christ! We know how I feel about these unexpected visitorials.
I do. Oh my goodness! That's Carla, and she's skiing.
My car is running.
My car is running. Can you turn it off? Just hit huh?
All right, you go take
Just hit the very top button above the P. There's the like, this is unexpected.
Yes, of course.
So you see, there's the row of the park neutral drive above the P.
We can hold things together.
Can you improvise for 1 minute?
I'm sure I can
turn my car off. That's apparently.
I'm sure
running?
I can imagine.
I'll be right back, guys. Holy!
It's pretty amazing that Carla has to babysit you like you're a fucking goddamn baby Huey toddler that you can't even figure out.
While we're gone, maybe you explain those glasses. Just maybe apologize for them.
I'm not gonna say anything about my glasses. I love my glasses. She always got something judgmental to say, Carla. Think about it though, that Keegan has a mother, and a very good mother at that, Tony.
Yeah.
But the role of Carla is the second mother, because the fact is this dope ingested 6 gallons of sake across the parking lot, made it over here, and couldn't even function to the level of turning his own car off, which is disconcerting a little bit. And I'm certainly very anti-drinking under the influence, and you are as well, after losing your leg in an accident.
Right.
So, the fact that she did that shows that she does care about him, or she's just so disgusted by everything that he is that she's.
Well, I'm confused. I mean, if he left her the car,
No, they have two separate cars.
All right.
She left the Japanese restaurant,
Right.
drove over here, and noticed that Mike's car was running just now.
so she's got to bring him back over there.
Well, no, he drove
He
over
drove it
here.
across the parking lot.
It's literally across the parking lot.
Right.
So she probably just happened to drive over in this direction.
That's what I was going to say. That's where I was
You're a
confused. So how
fucking
did
hot
she
mess,
even?
dude? Wow. You're a fucking mess.
How did she even know? Like, how did she? Does she have some kind of instinct to
telepathy,
like
yeah.
come over and
So,
check
no,
your
you know-
car?
You know what it is, and I'll explain it now.
Yeah,
So,
why don't you do that, Mike?
so my car was running, huh?
Yeah, that was.
Live radio, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen. How about
yeah.
that? So, okay, so like I mentioned, we're at dinner right across the street.
Across the parking lot. Let's make it across the parking lot, which it is.
We need to let the guy take a breath first.
yeah,
I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so the restaurant's literally across the parking lot, and so I have cardboard boxes in my car. For Juliana has to collect them for school.
Yes.
So we collected them, and she has a walkathon that she's doing. Sorry, Tony.
Yeah.
She
Why? He can do the hopathon.
That's right.
so they are collecting money for it too,
Yeah,
and
sure.
the class that raises the most money gets a free pizza party.
Oh, okay. Good.
So of course, a free pizza party to me is I have to donate $100 to this friggin'
right.
thing.
Exactly.
We're not even participating in the walkathon. We're
Nothing.
not walking. I'm just
No.
giving money. I
Yeah.
had that in my car, and
Yeah.
I had the leftovers from hibachi.
Yeah.
So Carla had to drop the leftovers off to me and pick up the money and the
Right.
cardboard boxes from my car.
Yeah.
Luckily, otherwise my car would have been running for an hour.
I mean, listen, the truth is, you probably shouldn't be driving anywhere for at least 2 hours.
No,
so
absolutely.
it's not a bad
Yeah.
thing.
So I'm gonna
Let
take
me
a
ask you
nap.
something. Aside from the sake squirts in your mouth, pardon the expression, did you ingest other alcohol there?
No, I did not.
Like you didn't have like a Chintao
I did
beer
not
or
have
anything
a,
like
I did
that?
not have a Sapporo. No, I'm not really a big drinker anymore.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Did you take
I didn't have
an acid tab, a brownie?
Well, I've been ingesting methamphetamines all day.
Yeah.
No.
But so it wasn't like you were getting buzzed and then he squirted you.
No. He
Yeah.
just squirted me unprovoked.
Wow. Okay. All right. So you're probably okay.
He-
You're just
he
a little bit of a
Nagasaki'd
lightweight.
me.
You're a lightweight. You've lost a lot of weight, so
Yeah.
you can't take alcohol the same way.
Oh yeah, I used to be able to drink bottles of that sake.
Bottles of sake.
Now,
Yeah. Sake bomb, Mikey.
exactly.
Yeah. So you're okay. Everything's
Yeah.
okay.
He Pearl Harbored me.
That's nice. I like drunk Mikey.
Yeah, right. Drunk Mike, it's
That's
fun.
good.
So thank you, Chris Roach, for
Yeah.
not being here.
Yeah.
we made do.
Yeah, we did fine. We
Yeah.
did totally fine. I don't know. I told Tony that for some reason you've been very nostalgic lately about the beginning of your comedy career.
Yeah, you know-
And I don't know what's gotten into you. You're not usually that emotional. That's usually my thing. But you've been texting me like pictures from when years ago when we were doing shows and whatnot. And then you had, I actually sent it to Tony. I hope it's
Oh
okay.
God, did you? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I didn't know. I didn't.
I know the one. I know the one you're talking about. I think also.
Yeah. Tony, you have the picture.
So, oh Jesus, he shook his head. Yes.
It's coming. Hey,
So-
give me 2
So
seconds.
I'll introduce the picture before it comes up and people turn their.
What made you think about it? What made you talk to me
You know,
about it?
things have been going well recently in comedy. I got the big Red Bank Comedy Festival coming up this weekend.
Yeah,
in Red
it's
Bank, New
huge,
Jersey.
dude. I'm so proud of you.
And I've been and I've been getting Facebook memories of, like our younger days in comedy.
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
first met you, and
Yep.
and it just made me nostalgic.
Yeah.
And I've been drinking.
Right.
So
Right.
the most embarrassing, and that is the picture. So I will bring that up. That's what I was hoping it wasn't.
Yeah.
So when I was probably 3 months into comedy,
Right.
and I thought everybody was a big shot in comedy, and I was
Sure.
trying to get into every club, and I was trying to make moves and network with everybody.
Yeah.
So somebody approached me and said, "Listen, I'm doing this character comedy show.
Yep.
You're a fairly new comedian. We'd love to have you on.
Sure.
There's a little bit of buzz about you.
Right. A little buzz. You had a little heat on you.
A little bit of
Yeah.
heat on me when I first started out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I said, yeah, because he was doing like they were doing one at Governor's, and then they were doing one at the Eastville Comedy Club in the
wow.
city. So I'm
Wow.
like, I get to do a club in the city. He said, yes. One catch. It's a character comedy show, so you have to come up with a character. My character that we came up with was who was Boner the Caveman.
Boner the Caveman.
Boner the Caveman, the pre-hysterical Boner the Caveman. And
I'm looking at the picture right now.
so the other characters, it was Terry McNeely was on the show. He was like a General Patton racist.
So he didn't do a character.
He didn't do a character. He just wore a hat and did his act.
He just went as Terry McNeely.
Exactly.
Yeah. Terrence Marie McNeely.
John Consoli was on it. He did that Chef Boyardee.
Okay, that was good. That was a good character. Yeah, I like that.
And then they have me, who doesn't have 5 minutes of regular stage time in his pocket. Now I got to write jokes as if I'm a caveman.
Why do you look like Wilma Flintstone in here in this picture?
This was a photo shoot that we did. You could bring it up now.
Yeah,
it's up.
Photo shoot. Up. It's been up. Sorry, folks. That's the getup that I actually wore on stage. We did that photo shoot at a friend's house.
Yeah.
Wore that on stage, and I had to do 5 minutes as Boner the Caveman.
Oh wow!
I am Boner the Caveman. Why cave woman act so grumpy? Cause she get hit in the head with club and dragged back to cave. Like terrible, not even actual jokes. And what do you call lesbian dinosaur? Lickalotopus. So it's probably better than anything I have in my act right now.
I'm just thinking, you've been doing this now for like 20 or 12 years. Chances are, Boner the Caveman would have advanced a lot more than Keegan the Boner Face.
Mike Keegan the Boner Face.
Yeah.
So that was embarrassing doing that show.
Yeah.
There was maybe like 20, 30 people in the audience. I'm like, nobody's ever going to see this.
No.
The second I get off stage,
Yeah.
I see somebody walk into the room. I'm like, there's a bunch of people gathering around the show.
Sure.
Jim Gaffigan.
Oh my.
Jim
God.
Gaffigan follows me on stage.
Oh my gosh.
And I literally saw him go up to, I think it was Consoli, but it might have been whoever was producing it. He goes, "What the fuck is that?" To me, dressed like a caveman on stage. And he's like, nah, it's just the thing we're doing. And Jim Gaffigan goes, well, could I do some time? And does like 20 minutes on Hot Pockets that just kills. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm 3 months into comedy.
Yeah.
Jim Gaffigan sees me on stage. This is how I meet him. I'm in this loincloth with my fat tit hanging out.
Yeah.
And
you're one fat tit, you're one skinny tit.
Exactly. So I'm like, this couldn't.
Too bad it couldn't have been the skinny tit that was out.
Exactly. I wish it was the skinny one. And I just go, this can't get any worse. I just saw like my comedy.
You never dreamed of meeting Jim Gaffigan like that?
I dreamed of meeting him not like that.
Not like that.
So I go to drown my sorrows at the bar, which is right outside the showroom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this can't get any worse. Who's sitting at the bar? Dave Attell.
Son of a gun.
Dave Attell's sitting at the bar, and I hear him go to the bartender. I don't know what the fuck is going on in there, but I'm not going on stage.
That's amazing. Now, which club is this, Caroline?
This was Eastville.
Eastville, okay.
And which is not there anymore. It's in a different location.
Shocking.
I think, 1 week later they closed down because the A-listers refused to go on stage and come in there. So I see, I bomb on stage doing this boner character with one fat tit hanging out.
Yeah.
Gaffigan walks in, disgusted by me.
Right.
Now Dave Attell won't even go on stage because of what he just saw.
Yeah.
Dave Attell's been doing comedy 40 years. Won't go on stage, probably mainly because of me. I'm mortified.
I'm not going on stage, but that cave woman has nice tits.
A week later.
That's why I didn't go on stage. Can you introduce me?
Yeah.
A week later,
Can I get her number?
I'm at Gotham Comedy Club.
Yeah.
And who do I run into? Jim Gaffigan. You look familiar.
But you weren't dressed as Boner anymore.
I was not dressed as Boner the Caveman.
Yeah.
I was dressed as Mike, the piece of shit.
Yeah, piece of shit,
new
loser,
comedian that lost
racist
respect.
bigot,
Exactly.
one-titted bitch.
And literally, I go, "Hey Jim, how are you?" Richie Byrne was there. He introduced me to Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
You look familiar.
That's amazing.
I'm like, I was at Eastville last week.
Yeah.
Oh, and he just had this look of horror on his face.
That's
to
amazing.
Try to not be mean.
Right.
And you got to give him credit for being a nice guy and being like, oh, that was really funny. You fucking
was
lying
catchy.
bitch. Yeah, exactly.
Do you mind if I interject just for a second?
Interject, sure.
But you apparently did not learn your lesson. Because just today, I swear to you, just today, I received some pictures
Oh boy.
that you took for this a calendar,
Oh my God!
which I don't think I'm at liberty to show them yet. But I received 2 pictures, and they're both very gay.
They're very, very gay. I did.
Yeah.
I don't even know about this. Okay.
No, you don't even know about it.
Okay.
Nobody does. I don't even know how Tony knows about
All
it
right,
because
but
I was sworn to secrecy.
Okay, so Tony's not going to post the pics, right?
I
Tony?
cannot.
Okay.
I would love to,
Okay.
but I cannot.
They'll be coming out.
They'll be
though.
coming out, okay.
I did a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Several weeks ago for a calendar that's coming out next year, and every month there's a comedian of the month.
Wow.
And I was lucky enough to get February Valentine's Day.
Oh man.
So there's a lot of gay Mike Keegan Valentine's Day pictures that are going to be hitting the internet.
Just better known as Mike Keegan pictures.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my God, Tony's going to go home and touch himself to them. And,
I love this.
They are not sexy, but they are.
So I'm so glad that you were.
So I did not learn my lesson. I might as well have dressed up as Boner the Caveman.
I'm glad that you were inspired to. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what got into you, but you were hopped up. You were emotional over the weekend. You're like, I got to tell this story.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you did, buddy.
Thank you
I'm
very
glad you
much.
did. That
yeah.
was really that
was-
was super exciting.
That was
Boner
what
the Caveman.
Kickstarted my. Oh, next week I got to show you. We're gonna play a video that I did. I should have sent it in also to follow that up with John Consoli, where we remade the Mamma Mia. That's
Oh, yeah. That was Johnny Meatballs,
Yeah,
or
Johnny Ball, whatever it was.
Johnny
But
Balls or whatever,
But
yeah.
I played the mother. The
Oh, you
mother
were
with
you were perfect as the mother.
Yeah, exactly.
There was actually there was just like
There was absolutely no difference.
It was just
But it was
perfect.
part of the same character comedy thing.
Yeah.
And I dressed up as the mother with the apron and the breasts.
Yeah.
And I,
Yeah. Again, what
but you know what? You know
Mama
what was-
tit.
You know what the most insulting thing was though? He had pads to like pad the breasts.
Yeah.
And he goes, we don't need these.
That's right.
I'm like, oh.
We're gonna have to tape these down. Wait, what?
Nobody's gonna believe this. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
So, but literally, he had fake breasts. He was gonna put onto the
Yeah,
apron.
you're like, nah.
And he put them aside. He's like, we don't
Yeah.
need these. I'm like, that's very.
Can we get something smaller for him? That's great.
But yeah, we'll play that next week. But that
Really
was,
good.
or you could YouTube it. It's called like Rendezvous with Comedy, Mike Keegan.
Speaking of comedy, Mike Keegan, you had a show this weekend, and apparently you were brought on stage in a very high fashion way. That you were overwhelmed with emotion about this.
I texted Mark right away. So apparently our show is really catching fire.
Yeah.
And
So set the picture here. You're where now? I'm
at the Comedy Cove in Springfield, New Jersey.
Yeah, great club.
Great club.
Yeah.
I love the club, and
Yeah.
they've been very, very good to me, and they're very professional. They love comedy.
Yep.
So I didn't even give them the credit.
You
To
gave them
mention-
nothing. Usually they'll
I gave-
they'll
usually
ask.
they
For
ask.
those who don't know, like when you're on a show, the host will usually come up to you and say, what do you want to say? Oh, he's been on FAN radio. Da, da, da. Mike is saying that he never told the host or management anything about his credits.
But everyone knows about this podcast that's sweeping
it's on
the
fire.
nation.
It's sweeping the
on
nation.
fire.
Yeah, yeah.
So they
Yeah.
took it upon themselves to bring me on stage by mentioning co-host of the podcast.
Yeah, co-host of the podcast.
And they nailed it. They got it so right. They said, and your next comic coming to stage, you know him from the wildly popular podcast Herschy and the Keg.
Herschy and the Keg. Herschy and the Keg.
Herschy and the Keg.
Yeah, I love that. I love how they just assumed that you were a keg. Like,
No, I was Herschy.
Oh, you were Herschy?
You're the Keg.
I'm the Keg.
Apparently,
I mean, I don't understand what lack of effort can these people have put this into. Like, we're just gonna glance at it and then we'll just throw some letters together out of it.
It's
Herschy
not
and the
even
Keg.
close. And I love that club. I would never say anything bad
Of
about
course.
that club, but it was just
You
so
should have just got on stage with an empty keg. It's Herschy and the Keg.
I'm the Keg. I'm the Keg. And this is like a big show. This is a big fundraiser for the Republican
No,
Party.
I know you had a big show, a lot of pundits there.
Everybody in there. The guy that was running the show was a fundraiser for him. He's running for political office, and he's like one of the biggest radio personalities in Jersey.
Wow. Okay.
This guy Bill Spadia.
Sure.
So there were people there. There were movers and shakers in the audience.
Yeah, shakers
I
and
got
movers.
I got like 20 new followers just from being on stage for a
Right.
half hour. So people were paying attention.
The people were paying attention. There were people there.
But
Yeah.
our show didn't get any followers because they were all probably searching for Herschy and the Keg.
Maybe we should start a Herschy and the Keg page.
Maybe we should. There's probably people just Googling, where can I find this fucking Herschy and the Keg?
I have to say, we listen. We know that this is it's a marathon, not a sprint, but we're making some progress. You know, only as of a couple of weeks ago, we had a couple of hundred followers on Instagram. Now, Mike and I looked at over the weekend. We're over 2,600 followers.
Unbelievable, like
Yeah.
1,300 followers in the course.
You know
of
what
the
it was?
weekend.
The trend stuff helped a lot.
Yeah.
We got thousands of views on that, thousands of likes. I know that I think the video where I broke my nose on the microphone.
That's the one.
That's
Like
the one.
I woke up. I guess it was Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my phone, and I have all these notifications from one of the reels we
Correct.
put up.
Yeah.
And it was that one. I'm like, but that wasn't even recent. That was a
Right.
couple of weeks ago.
That's
but
right.
it just, you never know with the algorithm. It caught fire.
Yeah.
We thank our new followers. We hope you
Yeah,
guys are
thank
listening
you guys
tonight.
for listening. Even though you don't speak English, doesn't matter. Like we said, it's not a sprint; it's a marathon, and we're plugging away. And sometimes it gets frustrating, but when we get new followers,
I think I figured it out.
Did you?
I think in Indonesia, where most of those followers came from,
Yeah.
we're known as Herschy and the Keg.
Oh, okay.
So he was right. He was right. He wasn't wrong.
Herschy and the Keg.
Herschy and the
I love that.
It's the Herschy and Keg
I
show.
love that. I love that so much. Thanks for getting our name out there. And obviously, when you go out to do shows, you're hustling on the weekend. When I'm running around doing my sissy stuff, you're actually you're putting it out there. You're working the shows, the clubs.
Yeah.
So thank you for getting our name out there.
My pleasure. I'm gonna
As close to
keep plugging away.
as close to Hershey and the Keegs as possible.
Yeah. One of these days they're gonna get it semi right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and because it's very, very difficult to pronounce.
It's difficult. It is difficult. I had a pretty monumental weekend in the Hershey family. We Stacy, myself, Max, and Anna headed up to Binghamton for the weekend.
I see.
We had dinner with Samantha, a nice dinner downtown in Binghamton on Saturday, and Sunday was Accepted Students Day. So what that meant is Anna had the choice to go to Accepted Students Day at Binghamton to see if she was potentially going to join on, like her sister is there.
Carry on the family legacy.
The family
if you will.
legacy, that's right. She was down to that school, UConn, and Max and I actually were down the block at the movie theater in Binghamton seeing the 10:45 a.m. showing of Air.
Oh, it's probably packed. How'd you get in there?
There wasn't a fucking person in the place. It was totally empty. It was the fucking weirdest thing.
Yeah,
And
right.
thank God, because Max was farting like he was a goddamn sailor. Seriously.
I got a good fart
He was
story, too.
blasting away.
They renamed it Air too.
Oh
And,
my God. I'm like, Max, thank God there's no one else in here. They would have thrown us out of here. So in the middle of it, though, I get a text from Anna saying, we just committed to Binghamton. I just put down a deposit. So it was pretty
Wow,
cool.
congratulations.
It was pretty emotional that she had made that decision. We didn't really even have we didn't plan for that to happen. We thought we were going to come home, make a decision at some point this week because May 1st was the deadline.
Yeah.
But she and Stacy spent the day.
Congratulations,
and,
Dad, but congratulations, Anna.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Big
and,
thing.
They're gonna have to name a Hirschman wing at Binghamton now.
The
I think
Hershey wing, they're going
the
to call
Hershey
it.
wing.
The Hershey wing, yeah. The Hershey and the Keg parties.
Yeah, exactly. It's
They're gonna have that.
the new safe space that they build at colleges. That's
That's
going to
right.
be the Hershey space.
That's right. That's exactly
But
right.
how was Air? How was the movie? Was it
The
good?
movie was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would say it wasn't unbelievable. It was a little bit overdone, a little bit overacted, a little bit over dramatic at times, but it was a good film.
Max is like, I got some air for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This guy, he was tooting away, this kid. It was unbelievable. But we had a nice weekend. Had a really, you know what? I always say this. When it comes to things that you can give your kids, like the truth is, I definitely regret the fact that I'm not handy. Like Max doesn't learn anything from me when it comes to building or fixing, and that's an issue, and it's a little bit of an embarrassment at times. And
he should be.
it definitely is.
Was your dad handy?
But my dad was more handy than me. But we didn't own a house; we lived in an apartment, so there wasn't a lot to fix. You know,
because my dad's very handy, but
Yeah.
I did not pick up any of that shit. And if I have a son, he's going to be even worse off than I am.
You know, Max is actually better than me.
Probably.
But I still take a lot of pride in the one
In
thing.
many
is
ways.
in every way. But my kids, they have good sense of humors, and that means so much to me, honestly. So
Yeah, that's the legacy you pass.
that's
on.
my legacy.
Yeah.
That's it. I have that.
Max can't change a tire, but he
No,
can
that's
fart
it.
up a fucking.
But he
movie
can
theater.
laugh at someone who is changing a tire and then get hit by a car on the side of the road.
Yeah.
We pull up to the hotel in Binghamton. So the check-in was 3:00. Okay, and so we get to the hotel around 2:20, and by this point, everyone wants to murder each other in the car. Mostly Stacy wanting to murder me. That's just usually how it is. Not for anything particular. I really didn't do anything. I was driving fine. I drove the whole way
For the
People were
sole reason
sleeping.
of being in a car
Just
with you.
being
for 4
me in
hours.
general,
Yeah.
you know. So the dialogue was something like, "I'm not fucking taking all those goddamn bags in the fucking hotel. Go to the front desk, find out the fucking hotel has a room for us, and then we'll move all the shit into the fucking hotel." I'm like, okay, no problem. So I go in there, and there is
What a shrew.
there's
kidding.
a very Binghamton-ish looking woman at the desk, the front desk working. Okay, she's fairly girthy. She has short, spiky red hair, and she sounds like Marge Simpson. So she's like, "How you doing, darling?"
I bet her name was Deb.
So I, she was very sweet, and she's like, "It's your lucky day. I got your room for you ready already." And I'm like, "Oh my god." So she's like, little spiky red hair, bowling shirt on, and she's like, "My name's Stacy. I get anything I can do to help you." And I'm like, "Oh my god, like this is the best." So I come out of the hotel, and the car is right there, and I'm like pumping my fists because I'm bringing out good news.
Yeah.
And the kids are like, "Yes, Anna and Max," and Stacy's still disgusted by the presence of me.
Yeah,
Why? I don't know. I had good news, So I open the door. I'm like, "It's fucking amazing. Not only do we have a room ready, but the lady who works at the hotel, she looks like you, she sounds like you, and her name is Stacy." Okay?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Why
So
on earth could that woman hate you?
So the kids are like, "Fucking yes, this is great." So we unpack the car, and I purposely let them all go in front of me. You know what I mean? So they walk in, okay? I follow, and as I walk in, I see Max laid out on the couch, hyperventilating in the lobby. He can't even catch his breath. Fucking kid's 12 years old, and he totally got what I was doing. He totally got it. Anna wanted no part of it. Stacy was ready to slip me with a fucking shiv,
yeah.
But Max laughed for about 30 minutes after that.
That's all that matters.
He thought it was the best fucking
That's
thing ever.
all that matters.
Yeah.
And did you go in there? "Hey, Stacy, how
Yeah.
is it
Oh,
that they know you?"
I'm like,
Oh,
"Stacy,
my-
this is my wife, Stacy." She's like, "Hi, darling." And Stacy's like, "Hi, how are you?" And it was fucking amazing.
It went in my mouth.
It was so funny.
Oh, my
and the hotel was good, and then Samantha had taken us to a restaurant downtown. It was great, and
She treated?
no, I mean, I'd have to Venmo her 5 minutes after if she did. But we did a little ice cream for the kids afterwards. And then Stacy and Anna went to the college during the day. Me and Max went to see a flick, and
That's the
that was
American
it.
dream.
It was a good day, and so good news. We got number 2 kid in Binghamton, and then when Max goes to college in a few years, luckily there's Broome County Community College. That's right,
There's
6 miles away.
There's the Nassau County Correctional
No,
Facility.
Broome County Community is right there. It's like literally right in the same area as the Bing. So
They have the best community college basketball team in Binghamton.
I have to tell you though, like it's just upstate, even though it's not that far. Binghamton is 200 and something miles, not that far.
Yeah.
But it is just remarkable how the people are so, everything is just so different. And it's, again, you'd think that we were talking 1,000 miles away. We're not at all. So I take Max before the movie. He's like, "I don't want to have candy from the movie theater because the last time we went to a Regal theater, it was shit candy." So he's like, "Let's go to that Marabido." Same, remember that place? The Marabido card.
Yeah.
So we go into the Marabido gas station, and so he gets like a bag of like gummy worms and something else. Yeah. And then I go to pay, and the lady's like, "Do you either want to buy or donate a Slim Jim?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What are you saying?" She's like, "Do you want to buy a Slim Jim or donate a Slim Jim?" And I was like, No. And I'm like, "What the fuck would I be donating?
Donate it to who? You?
Who am I donating it to? I'm like, "Colleen? You? Like, who the fuck?"
No, Stacy over at the
I'm
Motor
like,
Inn.
But I'm like, what kind of campaign? Like most places, it's like, save this child. This child needs.
Do you want to round up your change?
Right. Like, we're going to send Slim Jims to Ethiopia? Like, who the fuck are we saving with Slim Jims?
No, we want to give the homeless kids in Binghamton high cholesterol.
I'm going to say, let's say we can block arteries for these kids who need. I'm like, what a fucking weird place
Let's
this
give them a sodium stick.
What kind of weird ass motherfucking place is this?
Out of every product you have in this store, a Slim Jim,
It's amazing.
fucking backwards bitch.
Yeah, so I didn't argue with her.
Everything's so different. I remember
I didn't argue with her.
when I was at my freshman year of college. My friend Nick went to Oneonta.
Yeah.
And we went up to go visit him. And it was a wild trip. Like, we were, 18 years old, so we couldn't buy alcohol, but we ended up, I worked at a liquor store, so
you did.
We ended up stealing like $200 worth of liquor from the liquor store I worked at.
Sure.
And then we had to go pick up my friend Brant,
Yep.
who went to West Point. Mm-hmm. So on our way to Oneonta, we go to West Point. We had $200 worth of liquor in the car. We had no money. We were kids.
Yeah.
And this is about 2 weeks after 9/11.
Yeah.
And we're going to West Point Military Academy.
2 weeks after?
2 weeks after 9/11.
Oh my God in heaven.
So we're going to the United States Military Academy,
Yeah.
not thinking that they're going to search our car.
Right, exactly.
And of course they search our car. They had the mirror under the
of
car
course.
and everything. And it was all a bunch of, 19, 20-year-old kids from West Point.
Yeah.
So they just took our liquor.
Right.
They had their own little party, obviously,
Right,
that
of
night.
course.
But now we're liquorless, and we got to go to Oneonta.
Liquorless. They took a bag of dildos from your bag as well.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
And so liquorless, go up to Oneonta, and my friend Nick that went there were like, they took all our alcohol. And he's like, I don't know how to get it. I don't have a fake ID. Luckily, our friend Jerry had a fake ID.
Yeah.
So we went to like some little box store that they have up there. And the people are just built different up there.
They're built different.
There was this very Oneonta-looking young lady
Yeah.
working at the box store.
200 miles away.
And she ended up selling us the alcohol. And my friend Marty goes to her. Marty that I play the game
Yeah,
with.
yeah. Just lay the arm over.
Want to come play a game with
put
us?
it back.
Feels
And
good.
lay the arm over.
Everybody wins.
You wouldn't ask her to play the game with you because she's a heterosexual female.
Exactly.
So, right.
Of sound mind and body.
Yeah.
So Marty goes to her. He goes, so what do you do up here for fun? There's like
Yeah.
nothing going around. She goes, have sex, get drunk, and get high. Like, I'll never forget. That's been tattooed in my brain for 25
Oh, my
years.
God.
Have sex, get drunk, and get high.
Oh my God, that's like my Uncle Norman. Oh my God. That's a line that you guys like still talk about.
Still to this day, whenever we
Yeah.
all get together, have sex,
right.
get drunk, get high.
Right. When you guys are greasing up each other's penises, you say that? That's amazing. Speaking of which, I have to tell you something funny, and I don't want you to think I'm judging you because I'm not. I love you, and I'm not judging. But I
just had a picture of me dressed like a caveman with a tit hanging out.
No, but
so I don't really...
there was a little epiphany I had. This was after 2 weeks ago. It was after, I think, the ARM game. My friend Amanda, my good buddy, she had texted me. She's like, I don't think that the episode with Keegan and his homosexual teenage stories was appropriate for me to be listening to the show with my 15-year-old son. And it made me think about something. And I thought it was very funny that she had said that she happened to be listening with her son, and they enjoy the show, but maybe that particular thing. I have to tell you that we've been doing the show now for 13 months or 14, whatever it is, and you've had multiple stories as a teenager that there is some sort of homosexual, not that there's anything wrong with it, but teenage connection that there's not a lot of female stories, and it made me think, like, me and my buddies to this day, we still remember that when we were like 14 years old, 15, we would spend our summers at the Valley Stream pool, and we would meet with
each other up.
We would meet with this group of girls, and the reason why I know they enjoyed it is because they kept on coming back every day, and we would feign that we were dunking them underwater, but what we'd be doing is we'd be putting our hands down there in front of the bathing suits and calling Tokyo. Okay,
that's awesome.
So that's what we did for a couple of summers.
See, we
were
didn't
like
have
15.
girls didn't want to hang out with us.
I'm thinking like that's what we did, and Keegan is literally he's boning his friend. Or they're turning their lights on and saying, "Come on a cracker," or whatever. Spoogie, right? Like I'm just thinking, like, what the fuck?
Well,
what
we
was
had
happening?
very different childhoods,
But
Mark.
I'm just saying, like, is it because East Meadow, the girls were so sparse? Like, what was the?
Yeah, all the girls that we knew hung out with like older guys from different towns.
I mean, you can listen. We don't want to hang out with the same guys that are homosexuals in our grade.
So we always blamed it on the girls. We're like, those whores hanging out with the older guys. But meanwhile, we're like, hey, those whores. When
They don't think it's cute that we jerk each other off.
maybe it was us. Maybe it was me and Mike.
Maybe, like, you're doing arm flopping, you're doing spoogee, you're doing couch masturbation. Like, I don't understand what was attractive about any of you.
Like, the girls would come around and just be like, I guess this isn't our thing.
I mean, no, you grew out of it. I'm just saying, but
no, exactly. I like girls now because they come, girls come around now.
Yes,
but so you know what? It's a chicken or the egg, is what it is. Was it that we were doing gay things with each other, or was it just that the girls were whores and hanging out with older guys?
So they drove you to gay.
I think so. I don't know if they drove us to gay or our gay drove them to Astoria.
I'm thinking it's fine. Yeah, like they could, like why are they in Spionk?
like we just want to hang out in our town and hang out with some guys, and we're all just like.
It's like you guys are two fisting cocks on your faces, and these girls are driving out to fucking Bushwick, Brooklyn.
It's a damn good point you make, Mark. And honestly, I haven't thought about it until right now.
I didn't think about it until Amanda texted me, and I'm like, she makes a good fucking point. Like, what the fuck? Why is everything like that?
I'll bet you dollars to donuts Amanda's 15-year-old son's going to be playing the game, with his friends this weekend.
I don't think anybody is.
No? It's not going to catch on?
But
I don't know. But yeah, the girls just weren't around. Sometimes we would go to the mall, though, and meet girls from, like, Merrick.
Yeah.
Like the Jewish girls.
Yeah.
And they would hang out with us once.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? It was always once. They never hung out with us.
I can't imagine why.
They were probably just like trying to sidle up next to us.
No, like we would hang out like by freaking Barrett Park, and we'd hook up with girls from Hewlett, the next town over, like the hot Japs, like not Japanese. We don't like
Who's
you boys.
racist now?
I'm just all our stories were like like fun. Girly,
we had
hookups.
Fun.
Yeah. Fun too. I guess anyone can jerk you off, and it can be fun. Yeah, exactly.
We had very wildly different.
That's fine.
But the girls just weren't around.
I had to say that because when she texted me that, I was like, "This is pretty fucking funny."
I'm second guessing my entire childhood.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. And speaking of childhood, I have to tell you about. Do you ever climb down the rabbit hole of old wrestling matches? Not that rabbit hole,
okay.
but were you like? I was a huge wrestling fan back, like in. I mean, you were just born, so the early '80s was like Magnificent Morocco, Bob Backlund, Jimmy Snuka, Ivan Putski, right?
Yeah.
And I was watching some old videos recently on YouTube. It's amazing. You can find just about anything. And it reminded me of the first wrestling match that I ever went to live. And my luck, it was voted the top wrestling match of the 1980s.
Really?
It was Bob Backlund versus Jimmy Superfly Snuka, June 28th, 1982. In the cage at Madison Square Garden, okay?
Wow.
I was not even 11 years old yet, okay? And my father came home maybe about a month before this. My father was in the movie business, so he used to, like before you could, like, there were fancy printers. My father would have access to these big, like, movie poster printing machines. So he printed up this big poster, and it said, MSG, June 28th, 1982, Jimmy Superfly Snuka versus Bob Backlund, special guest referee Mark Fatboy Hirschman. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And it was the greatest fucking thing ever. So
really?
I was like, what is this? He's like, we're going to see the fucking match. So he made up the sign for me, Mark Fatboy Hirschman, and we went to see the match. And as the story goes, the crazy bloodbath of a match, Superfly climbed up to the top of the cage, jumped off, Backlund rolled out, slipped out of the cage, and retained the title.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a great memory that is. I've met Bob Backlund several times. Very nice guy.
Yeah. Well, thanks for topping me. But I'm
not topping anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I wasn't even born yet. But
How great is that?
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I was very into wrestling when I was the early '90s, probably like a decade after you. I got into it.
Still
I was Hogan, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, that kind of stuff, and then Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Right.
We just lost one of the Bushwhackers. I was a big Bushwhackers fan.
I bet you were.
No, there was no Bush around when I was growing up.
That's what you guys called each other.
But then I stopped watching it for a while. But then I got like a resurgence of watching it, like my senior year of high school.
Yes.
And we started watching wrestling again.
Okay.
Oh, and me and my friends had wrestling buddies like in high school.
Never is a good story.
my friend John had like his bed was like a little nook in the wall.
Yeah.
And we used to wrestle with our little wrestling buddies and roll off his nook onto beanbags and just wrestle on the floor.
You roll each other's beanbags.
Yeah, exactly. But between me, him, and my friend Joe, we had the whole collection of wrestling buddies. And we were 17 years old.
It's just remarkable. It's just fucking remarkable.
Oddly enough, there were no girls around.
I don't know how this is possible.
We had all the wrestling buddies,
Yeah.
but then like I went to at Nassau Coliseum. They had a Monday Night Raw there one time.
Yes, they did.
And it was Mankind, who's Mick Foley from Long Island. I made a sign for him, and I was like the fourth row back, and my sign got on TV.
Shut up.
Yeah, that was like the most amazing moment of my life.
Boner the Caveman
Boner
loves
the
Mick Foley.
Exactly.
I love that, man.
Yeah, it said "Welcome home, Mick Foley."
I love that.
So
I love
and
that.
it's in Triple H's documentary. They show it from that match.
Dude,
and
you were
can see my
destined
sign.
for stardom.
I was.
That's what it comes down
Yeah.
to. You were destined for stardom, and you're making it.
I'm making it.
You're totally making
I'm
it.
making it on Herschy and the Keg.
You're making it on Herschy and the Keg. I had a little episode this weekend. This was actually Friday that I had a little freak out. I had to take Anna's car one day to get an oil change. So she had my car. I took her car, got the car oil changed. Then I went to Kohl's to do some shopping. I came out and I go up to fucking Anna's car and I notice a big scratch on the front of the car. Ooh. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. I'm starting to freak out. And then as I walked to the back of the car, there's a huge dent in the side of her car. And I'm like, and I'm literally starting to fucking scream. I'm like, what the fuck? We are going in there for 5 fucking minutes. Yeah. And I'm fucking screaming. And then I notice, I'm like, when did she put a dream catcher in the car? And I'm opening the door.
Oh my God,
opening the door. And I'm like, now that my key doesn't work. And I'm like, oh, it's the wrong fucking car.
Oh my God.
It's the wrong fucking car. I had a shit fit about someone else's fucking silver Ford Edge. Had a little breakdown in the fucking goddamn parking lot of Kohl's. Because I was at the wrong car.
Yeah. They carried you away in handcuffs.
So there was that episode, and then I have to tell you my Vincent's Clam Bar disaster story.
Oh boy, those are never
So
good.
Vincent's Clam Bar is the place where Stacy and I had our first date in October of '94, and then subsequently. Over the years, as she was having babies, we would go visit her baby doctor near Vincent's Clam Bar in Mineola.
The doctor was a baby?
It was a little baby, yeah. It was a little tiny. It's like a toddler. It's like a toddler, not like a baby, like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
would be ridiculous.
So we would have lunch after the baby doctor. Like I would take the train home from Mineola, and we'd have lunch at Vincent. So it's a very special place to us for a long time. And there's certain things that we always get. Are you familiar with Vincent's at all? You ever go there?
I'm very familiar with it.
So you know the fried zucchini.
Oh yeah, the little wheels.
And what does it get served with? What does it get?
Like a ranch.
It's actually a horseradish dipping sauce.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yes, it's like a white. It's like a white sauce, you know. Yeah. So Max and I had to go over to Dick's Sporting Goods to get him some baseball cleats, and I was like, you know what? Stacy's off work. I'm like, let me try to do something nice. I'm gonna pop into Vincent's. I'm gonna call up, and I'm just gonna order us some zucchini wheels. Not like a full dinner because we had dinner already home, but I was like, I'm gonna get us some zucchini wheels. So I'm on the phone with the kid. 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid picks up, and he's like, what can I get? I said, I just want to pick up an order of zucchini wheels, and I want to have a side of the horseradish sauce. He's like, wait, what do you want? And I'm like, no, the white sauce. So he's like, yeah, no, it comes with the red sauce and I don't know what else you're talking about. I'm like, it comes with horseradish sauce. So he's like, he puts me on hold. 5 minutes later, he doesn't come back. So I hang up and I'm like, dude, what's the problem here? He's like, dude, are you talking about the Zook sauce? And I'm like, no, I don't know what a Zook sauce. He's like, oh yeah, that's what we call it in the kitchen, the Zook sauce.
I gotta work at Vincent's.
I'm like,
what kind of sauce.
I'm like, yeah, seriously. I'm like, I need to know the fucking code words that you guys have, the runners have in the kitchen. You know? He's like, yeah. So I'll give you the.
Did you 86 the calamari?
I'm like, what's seriously? Exactly. Don't give me fucking short lingo terms like that. So I go to pick up the thing, and I'm so fucking annoyed by the whole thing. So I take the food, I pull over the sidewalk, and I open it up, and there's a fucking huge cup of actual horseradish.
Oh, now he's just messing
No,
with you.
there's also the horseradish sauce.
Oh, there's also Zook sauce.
There's also the Zook sauce, this fuck. But I'm thinking to myself, where the fuck would he actually get horseradish from?
Yeah,
like, where do you get actual horseradish from?
What are they making horseradish?
Passover dinner? Like, what are you getting? So it was the white Zook sauce. So I get home and I'm like, I gotta go on the website to see the menu, and sure as shit it says fried zucchini wheels, horseradish dipping sauce.
Yeah, exactly. No Zook sauce.
And Stacey's like, please don't call back. It's fine. We have the Zook sauce.
You're not letting that go.
No, I'll never forget it as long as I live.
Yeah.
But the point
I
is,
swear I'm going to Vincent's tomorrow though and going, can you get a little extra Zook sauce? Can you Zook it up a little bit there, buddy? And they'll fucking carry me around like I'm Leonidas.
Yeah,
I don't even know
Leonardo
that
da Vinci?
reference. I don't even know what that reference is.
hey, that's our boy Leonidas, and he loves Zook sauce. Not like his stupid friend Herschy from the show. Yeah, everybody for Leonidas.
Give that you a big cup of raw horseradish.
That's it. Leonidas and the Keegs. Leonidas.
Vito from The Sopranos is gonna hoist me up on his shoulders. Zook,
That's right.
Zook,
Vito, that's
Zook.
exactly right. Yeah. Vito's there. He's pushing his sauce or whatever the fuck it is.
Yep.
So funny. So that happened, and then I had an unpleasant episode this week at. I usually make at least one visit a week to the UPS store on Gardner's Avenue. I've pretty much become like family with these people to the point where I'll bring them like donuts sometimes. I'll bring them pizza because what happens is over the years, and I'm sure this is not just my wife, this is probably most people, she doesn't shop anymore. So for clothing, she'll just buy things for herself or for the kids, and then if there's something that they don't like, she'll buy like 2 sizes, return.
Well, that's it is. Carl will do that too. She'll get 4 of the same dress, and then have to
That's
return
exactly
3
right.
of them.
So, but what happens is I wind up having to do a haul of returns.
Yeah.
Literally, there's times I walk in there with 30 items, and I have to print out the code that matches the, there's like a thing you have to scan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's
so you
called
bring
the Zook scanner.
the Zook, the Zook Leonetti scanner. Yeah. So that's there, and. So the other day, she knows that sometimes on Fridays I'll prepare it in the morning and go on Friday in the afternoon. So she apologizes to me when she hands me the bag.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, she's not an apologizer by nature. So I'm like, this must be a real clusterfuck.
Yeah.
You know? So I open up the bag, and all it is brassieres in multiple shades of almost the same exact color. Like, it's not like it's black, blue, green.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like a white, and then it's like one shade to the right.
Oh, this
off-
one's eggshell.
yeah. Eggshell. That's exactly right. Exactly. And
This one's taupe.
so I'm sitting there as I'm doing this at home, printing out the code to match the size along with the color, and I'm already breaking out in a fucking
my
deep
God.
sweat, So I go to the place. Now, thank God these people know me, but I'm hoping that the person that's going to help me is my buddy Matt. This kid is probably in his 30s. It would have been easy. But of course, no, the owner, Kim, who's like our age, my age, is there. And she's like, Mark, it's okay. Like, this stuff happens, whatever. But, she's like, show me what you have. And I pull it out of the bag, and she scans a couple, and it goes through okay. And then by the third one, she's like, no, that one's not matching that one. And
This isn't eggshell. This is alabaster.
it's exactly right. So I literally have to go through. Now there's a line of
my
people
God. Oh,
building
how
up,
mortifying.
and I'm
You're
going
just-
through these chartreuse shade, whatever the hell it is. And at some point, I was like, just put that one with that one. I don't even care what the fuck it is. I might have gotten $0
You just
back.
look like this fucking pervert.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Thank you. That's exactly right. And it was. I walked out of there, of course, drenched because nothing's ever easy in my life, right? And so between the Zook sauce and the
this is more of the color of Zook sauce.
yeah, that's right. Is that the Zook colored bra? That's right.
You know what this bra reminds me of? It reminds me of the Zook sauce at Vincent's. Are you familiar?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. You know what I should have done? I should have done this week. I don't know if you saw this, but this is my favorite story that I've seen in current events, and we don't always hit current events. But did you see the story of the $2 million heist of dimes? Someone heisted 2 million dimes.
No.
Yes, this was a Brinks truck, and apparently the person that was in charge went home to catch some sleep,
like
left the truck.
$20,000?
It was $200,000. $200,000 got lifted of dimes.
Really?
Okay, so
That's either a waste of time or
they're thinking it was an inside job. The fact that the guy that left the truck, you know what I mean, and then came back and the truck was broken into and the dimes were taken. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
You know how he got caught? Somebody dropped a dime on him.
We'll be here all week, folks. Thank you.
SC in the keg. Thank you very much.
SC in the kegs. Leonetti for president. Yeah. So the funny thing is, though, like, how are you going to accomplish anything with that? Like, is it going to take you 700 years to spend all that? Like, what are you going to do?
Little by little, you're bringing rolls of dimes into the bank.
Seriously, what are you going to buy, though?
Exactly.
You go into the car dealership. All right, sir, we're going to go discuss with the finance manager your BMW. No. It's okay. It's okay.
I got this.
I have 13 pallets of dimes that I'm going to deliver right now for this Mercedes-Benz.
Frank, back up the Ford Edge.
I mean, seriously. With the scratches on it.
You know how much Zook sauce you could buy with
my God.
100,000?
Dude, now I'm craving it because it's so fucking good.
It is so
Zook
good.
sauce.
I mean,
But
everything at
how do
Vincent's
you
Zook.
work there and not know what horseradish sauce is? It's on the menu, Mike.
Exactly. It's like
It's on
one
the
of
menu.
and the zucchini wheels are like one of the most popular things on
You
there.
have to know that on the menu it says horseradish sauce.
Exactly.
It says Leonetti sauce on it. Oh, boy.
You know what my favorite thing is? The lobster kiss. Have you ever had that at Vincent's?
What's it called?
The lobster kiss.
No.
It's lobster.
We're not fish eaters, though. So
No,
whatever.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the lobster meat in like with like linguine and like a vodka, it's like a pink sauce.
Oh, wow.
With like little scallops and shrimps in it. It's really, really good.
So we're not, like, we've been going to Vincent's for 20-something years. We will get essentially they serve the bread with the little with oil and the spices, whatever. We'll get zucchini wheels, and then we'll get chicken parmesan. That's it.
I mean, the chicken parm there is fantastic.
I mean, you get literally, it's like 36 chickens. It has
know,
to be.
exactly,
You know?
yeah.
But we're not like big, we don't stray off.
The money bag pasta is good over there. I get weird things when I'm there.
You know what? I
You
gotta
have-
try some other things.
You have the deconstructed cannoli?
We don't even eat dessert usually.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like such a fat bastard right now. The deconstructed cannoli, it's just a big pile of cannoli cream.
Yeah.
And then like broken up cannoli wafer pieces, and you dip it in the cannoli cream.
It sounds
But
like
know
something
what
you would have done when you were a kid.
Hey Marty, come over here. You wanna do the deconstructed cannoli?
We're gonna play Crush the Cannoli, Marty. Just lay your arm over here.
That game was the best, man. I don't know
man.
why you have to hate on
I
it.
believe you guys. Nobody commented on my shades today.
Carla commented on them.
What do you think of my shades?
I like
Tone?
them, man.
Yeah, man.
Are they prescription?
They're my new glasses.
All right.
Don't you worry about what the fuck they are.
They look good on
What are
you.
you, what are you, an eye doctor? Don't worry about what the fuck they are.
You could have just said yes.
Don't worry about what the hell they are.
Are those Dolce & Gabbana?
Well, they're from eBay fakes, but yes, they are.
Okay, but I see the
They're pretty
DG.
cool, though.
Yeah.
DG, yeah.
You could have said they were real Dolce & Gabbana prescriction glasses.
I'm just into the glasses
They have
recently.
lenses in there, or are they just
Yeah.
the frames? Okay.
No, there's lenses in here. Why does my nose keep on hitting it all the fucking time? This thing is so big.
Two noses. How
Yeah,
is this-
exactly.
I can't even hit my nose on the
I hit
microphone
my nose on
without
this
my
goddamn
lips
mic
hitting
constantly,
it. Without my
though.
lips hitting it.
I don't understand exactly. You've seen the one of the funniest bloopers from the Between Two Ferns. You ever see the blooper Between Two Ferns?
yeah.
Paul Rudd tells Zach Galifianakis the joke, and it's really hilarious because they try to not burst out laughing, but they do. And the joke goes, what happens when a Jewish man with an erection walks into a wall?
What?
He breaks his nose. On that note, folks, it is almost 10 o'clock.
Goodness.
What is going on? What do you have coming on? If you have anything to promote, Mikey, and certainly Tony, if you have any comedy coming up this weekend that you want to promote or anything, or any Knock 'em Dead comedy or any shows, Tone?
What's that song?
I
What's
was.
happening here?
Yeah.
Oh my.
What was that?
Is it, what?
Oh, Tony is. Thank you. Thank you for remembering, Tony, that we lost Harry Belafonte this week.
Oh my
Today.
goodness. Today.
We lost Harry
Today we lost him.
Belafonte.
Today I thought he died 15 years ago.
We lost Harry Belafonte. He was a great actor, a great singer, a great social advocate. Advocate? What was the word? Social?
Yeah, advocate. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Activism.
Activist.
He was an
Activist.
activist?
Yeah.
Was he a black?
Yes, he was.
I didn't even
black.
know that. He looks white. Like he's got white features.
Hair. 'Cause he was
And hair,
96. Yeah.
And features. Like,
He
doesn't
helped
have-
organize the march where Martin Luther King gave the "I Have a Dream"
Did he
speech.
really?
Absolutely.
I never knew Harry Belafonte was black. I thought he was just a soulful Puerto
Yeah.
Rican. Is
So-
Belafonte a traditionally African name?
No, it's Hebrew actually.
Okay.
Chaim Belafonte.
I
So
just
on
know
that
him from
note,
being a
rest in
Jew.
peace,
But yeah,
Harry
nah,
Belafonte.
he's a good guy, apparently.
Promote what you got to promote before we go. What do you got for this weekend?
This weekend, come out to the Red Bank Comedy Festival in Red Bank, New Jersey. There's going to be 7 shows
Oh, Jesus
throughout
Christ, Mike.
throughout 3 days.
Wow.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, at several different locations. 19 comedians throughout the 7 shows. There's going to be some live podcast recordings. Of course, they didn't invite Herschy and the Keegs,
Right.
but maybe next year. But get your all access pass. You get the all access pass is only $50, and you get into all 7 shows to see all 19 comedians. I'm gonna be on Friday night show at the Dublin House in Red Bank, New Jersey.
Okay.
With Aaron Berg, one of
Yep.
my favorites.
He's brilliant. Yeah.
Bonnie McFarlane's on the festival. Shuli Agar from the Howard Stern
Son
show.
of a bitch.
So redbankcomedyfest.com to get your tickets. It's my
Yeah.
buddy John Moses organized it. This is the
Sure.
first one they're doing, so it's
Yeah.
going to be fun. So
Okay.
I'm on Friday night show, but come out to all 3 shows, all 3 nights, and get your all access pass.
Awesome. I love it. Anthony, anything?
Knock 'em Dead Comedy May 10th at that meatball place in Patchogue.
Wow.
If you're in the North Carolina area this weekend, Comic Sans will be playing in a short movie festival.
Oh,
Okay,
very cool.
great.
Don Sill and I are actually going to head down and be
Oh,
a part of it.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
looking
great.
forward to that.
That's
That'll
good.
be fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys have things to do. My baby girl Anna turns 18 this weekend, so we got some stuff going on there.
What day?
Big one.
She turns 18 on Friday, the 28th.
That's my birthday.
Right, that's right. That's
That's
Tony's
my
birthday.
birthday.
We
Yeah.
I think we
Nice.
covered that at some point before. Happy
wow.
birthday to Tony.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anna Grace, Tony Grace.
Happy birthday, Anna.
Birthday to both of you. And before I forget, there's just one little note that I wanted to mention that a close family friend of the Hirschmans today, Tom Davanero, was in a motorcycle accident today. He is home. He is resting. He's doing okay. He broke part of his foot. He's bruised. He sprained some ankles. He is definitely banged up. Someone jetted out of an area and he slid on his bike. And but I know he's watching right now.
Speedy
and
recovery.
Yeah, Tom is a great guy. For people in the neighborhood, they know him. He works over at Calda part-time. He's also a school teacher. He's a good man. He's a good father, a good husband, and Godspeed and get well, Tommy. And
Get well,
thanks for
Tommy.
listening.
We need those spinach artichoke pizzas. That's
Absolutely,
the best.
the
thing
best. Absolutely. So, on that note, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you share for all of our new listeners in
Smash that
Indonesia.
subscribe
We
button.
love you, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you very much.